Why do people succeed or fail in life? Is it due to their traits or their circumstances? Today, we're going to delve into attribution, a psychological concept that provides some answers. Attribution theory, conceived by Fritz Heider in the mid-20th century, seeks to explain how we interpret our own and others' behavior. Are we successful because of our own hard work or because of luck? Do we fail due to lack of effort or because the odds were stacked against us? These are questions of internal and external attribution. Internal attributions are those that are within our control, like effort and ability. External attributions, on the other hand, are outside our control, such as luck or the difficulty of the task. How we assign these attributions can greatly influence our perception of success and failure. So at the heart of understanding success and failure lies the concept of attribution. Building upon Heider's foundation, psychologist Bernard Weiner introduced additional dimensions to attribution. He proposed the concepts of stability and controllability. Stability refers to whether the causes of an event are seen as changeable over time. On the other hand, controllability pertains to whether an individual feels they have power over the situation. These dimensions significantly shape our reactions to successes and failures. For instance, if we perceive a success as due to stable, controllable factors like hard work, we're likely to feel confident about future endeavors. Conversely, if we see a failure as resulting from unstable, uncontrollable factors such as luck, we may feel helpless and demotivated. So, Weiner's extension of attribution theory adds a layer of complexity. It doesn't just consider whether we attribute events to internal or external factors, but also whether these factors are stable and controllable. Thus, Weiner added depth to our understanding of attribution, further explaining the nuances of success and failure. Our attributions have far-reaching consequences, shaping our society and our interactions within it. When we attribute someone's success to their internal traits, we admire their perseverance, intelligence, and skill. Conversely, when we attribute someone's failure to their traits, we may judge them as lazy, inept, or irresponsible. These judgments, whether positive or negative, influence our treatment of others and ourselves, often reinforcing societal norms and expectations. However, when we consider the impact of external circumstances, the narrative shifts. We might view an underprivileged individual's struggle not as a reflection of their personal inadequacies, but as a result of systemic inequalities. This perspective fosters empathy, encouraging us to challenge the status quo and strive for social justice. Our attributions also shape our personal narratives. If we attribute our failures to unchangeable traits, we risk falling into a pit of self-defeat. But if we recognize the role of circumstances, we can learn, adapt, and grow. Attribution, therefore, plays a crucial role in shaping our society and our place within it. The classroom is another arena where the power of attribution comes into play. How a teacher interprets a student's performance, whether they attribute it to inherent ability or effort, can significantly impact their teaching approach. For instance, if a student's failure is attributed to lack of effort, the teacher might push them harder, whereas if it's considered due to lack of ability, the student might be given extra support. Similarly, students' self-perceptions are also influenced by their attributions. If a student attributes their success to hard work, they are likely to develop a growth mindset, believing that they can improve through effort. On the other hand, if they attribute their failure to innate inability, it can lead to a fixed mindset, discouraging them from trying harder in the future. Attribution, thus, is instrumental in shaping educational experiences and outcomes. The corporate world, too, isn't untouched by the influence of attribution. It's a silent player, subtly shaping the dynamics of our professional life. Consider employee motivation, for instance. When workers attribute their success to their own efforts and abilities, they feel more motivated, believing they can control their work outcomes. Similarly, leadership styles are also influenced by attribution. Leaders who recognize their team's efforts and attribute successes to their team's skills foster a more positive and cooperative work environment. On the other hand, leaders who attribute failures to their team's shortcomings can create a negative and blame-ridden atmosphere. Team dynamics, too, are swayed by attribution. When team members attribute their collective success to the synergy of the group rather than individual efforts, it promotes unity and collaboration. Conversely, attributing failures to specific individuals can breed resentment and discord, Attribution, therefore, significantly contributes to the dynamics of the workplace. On a more personal level, attribution influences our everyday interactions and relationships. We all have a tendency to interpret the actions of others through the lens of attribution. For instance, if a friend forgets to return a phone call, we might attribute this to their being thoughtless, an internal trait, or we might attribute it to them being busy, a circumstantial factor. These interpretations can significantly affect how we respond to the situation. Attributing a friend's forgetfulness to thoughtlessness might lead us to feel hurt and respond with coldness, while attributing it to busyness might lead us to feel understanding and respond with patience. These attributions, in turn, shape the character of our relationships, influencing the level of compassion and understanding we bring to our interactions. It's not just about how we view others, but also about how we view ourselves. In this way, attribution shapes our personal relationships, coloring our interactions with empathy and understanding. From the classroom to the boardroom, from societal issues to personal relationships, attribution plays a pivotal role. We've journeyed through the realm of attribution, seeing how it shapes our understanding of success and failure. Fritz Heider introduced us to this intriguing concept, suggesting that we attribute outcomes to either internal traits or external circumstances. Bernard Weiner then extended Heider's theory, adding layers of stability and controllability to our attributions. We've seen how attribution shapes our society, influencing everything from our personal judgments to social policies. It impacts how teachers perceive student performance, how employees are motivated in the workplace, and how we understand and respond to others in our personal relationships. So, the next time you're faced with success or failure, remember the power of attribution. It's not just about what happens, but how we interpret what happens. Understanding attribution allows us to better navigate the complex web of success, failure, and human interaction. Thank you for taking the time to learn something fascinating today. We believe this to be a particularly important subject. From the Fascination Station. Until next time, take care.